Global War 36 enthusiast here with Operation Octopussy, turn 1.1, Germany. It is July 1936. Germany has 3 tech rules. First, I tried for advanced mechanized infantry at a 7 or higher. PBE generated a 2, so I failed. Second, I tried for long-range aircraft at an 8 or higher. PBE generated a 3, so I failed. Third, I tried for improved logistics at an 8 or higher. PBE generated a 3, so I failed. Purchases. I have 20 to spend. I will purchase 1 airborne infantry for 3. I'll upgrade a medium factory in Eastern Germany to a major for 6. That's 9. And I will lend-lease a fighter to nationalist Spain, or I guess to the Spanish nationalists is the right way to say it, for 10, and save 1 IPP. Okay, combat movement. From Bavaria, I will walk 1 infantry into Austria to annex Austria. That's Bohemia. Here's Austria. That gets me up to 3 infantry. Let me get 1 more chip. All right. I will move Germany up to 22. I will move France up to 7 and UK up to 12. All right. Over here in Spain. From Galicia and Leon, 1 infantry, 1 cavalry, 1 artillery, and 1 fighter will move to Basque country. That will be my only combat. My only combat that I have to roll for. Let's roll some dice. Okay. Is that kind of centered? Fair enough. All right, so I've got 1 first strike artillery at 2. And I've got 1 infantry that's boosted at 2. I've got 1 cavalry at 2. And I've got 1 fighter at 6. God, this turn is just not a good start. Okay, 1 at 4. Miss. That was the defending infantry. Okay, 1 boosted infantry, 1 cavalry, and 1 artillery. All of these are at 2. Miss, and 1 fighter at 6. Hit. And then 1 infantry defending at 2. Or at 4, and that's a hit. Well, pretty much worst case. Only other thing that could go poorly is to miss my recruitment. I'm going to lose the cavalry. So capture Basque country. With infantry and an artillery, the plane will land back in Galicia, Leon. Okay. Then from C-Zone, let's do non-combat movement. From C-Zone A44, the heavy cruiser and naval transport will pick up an infantry and an artillery and move 1 up to A35 and drop off these 2 in Galicia, Leon, and go in port in Galicia and Leon. Now we'll go up here to see some movement in Germany. In C-Zone A12, 1, is that on camera? Is Königsberg on camera? Yep. 1 naval transport will pick up 2 infantry from Königsberg and drop them off in Eastern Germany. From Berlin, 1 cavalry, 1 light armor, 1 artillery, and 1 anti-aircraft artillery will all move to Eastern Germany. Yeah, that tech roll really just started this game off right. From Berlin, 2 infantry, a fighter and tactical will go to Western Germany. From Sea Zone A11, 1 battlecruiser, 1 destroyer, and 1 torpedo boat destroyer will move to A12. So I'll just leave the sub there in A11. From Western Germany, 1 artillery will move to Eastern Germany. Okay. Placement of units. I will put 1 airborne infantry in Bavaria. I will put 1 major factory in Eastern Germany. It'll get upgraded. Hopefully I can get 4 out of 4 next round on my tech. And then I will place 1 submarine in Sea Zone A11. I just want to double check. I think Germany used to get a destroyer. It's been so long, I don't think I played Germany in 4.1. Let me double check. I didn't put a destroyer on there. Build Q1. No, they don't. They don't get a destroyer. Okay. That was my memory from, I think, 4.0. I think they got a destroyer. So, and then the Lend-Lease. So from Western Germany, 1 fighter embarks and then travels down here to Galicia-Leon and gets dropped off, and then it converts over into a Spanish fighter. So got 2 Spanish fighters there. Okay. Man, this is just the worst possible. Well, let's see if I can get a recruitment roll here. I've got 1 recruitment roll at 5 teed up on PBE. This is for the Spanish nationalists, and I rolled a 10. Okay, so this is the worst possible start you could have. You miss with every single one of your techs. The Spanish hit you, the Spanish Republicans hit you, and then you don't get your tech roll. So this is a nightmare scenario, nightmare start for me. I collect 22, and I had 1 saved. So Germany ends the turn with 23. One of these days, I'm going to have one of those 80% tech roll games. And let's see, is there anything else I've got? Disposition of forces. What the heck? Well, just for the sake of completeness, you can, if folks want to, they can stop watching now. In port in Galicia-Leon, I have a heavy cruiser and a naval transport. In Galicia-Leon, I have an infantry, an artillery, and 2 fighters. In Basque Country, I have an infantry and an artillery. In Western Andalusia, I have an infantry. In Balearic Islands, I have a militia. In Bavaria, I have a mountain infantry, an airborne infantry, and an air transport. In Austria, I have 3 infantry. In Western Germany, I have 4 infantry, 2 fighters, 1 tactical bomber, 1 medium bomber, and a seaplane. In C-Zone A11, I have 2 submarines. In C-Zone A12, I have a battle cruiser, a coastal defense ship, 2 destroyers. Nope, that's not true. 2 torpedo boat destroyers, 1 destroyer, 1 coastal sub, and 1 naval transport. In Berlin, empty. In Eastern Germany, 1 militia, 4 infantry, 1 cavalry, 1 light armor, 2 artillery, 1 anti-aircraft artillery. Next up is Silk with turn 1.2 CCP and 1.3 USSR.